Hey, awesome people of YouTube, welcome back to another The First Descendant video, or TFD video. In this one, we're going to be talking about how you can get the best reactor for your Descendant. Because you're going to need them, because that will determine your skill attack power. For example, like your first skill, second skill, third, or your ultimate, or the fourth skill. You want to get a good one, like I have, or even better. Because you can see on the bottom, I have a skill critical hit rate and dimension skill power boost. I don't want skill critical hit rate. Or sorry, I want that, but I want it better. And the dimension skill power boost is useless because I am tech. Something like this would be also not bad. Skill cooldown, but HP heal modifier is useless. But before we get started on how you can get them, let's do a quick intro. And by that I mean is thank you everyone who've been liking, commenting, subscribing, and just helping with the videos. Truly is amazing, and if you continue doing that, that would be amazing. We also live stream every day around 4 p.m. Eastern, and we do have our own Discord. All the links is down in the description. Now with all that beautiful stuff said, let's get into the actual way you can grind those reactors. But before we tell you which reactor to go for, is you want to figure out your Descendants skills. For example, Reyna is all about Venom, as you can see on her skills. Toxic and Tech, Toxic and Tech, Toxic and Tech. While her second one is Toxic and Dimension, but it is more defensive. We don't really use it. It's helpful in defense, as you can see, increased by 25%. But we already have a ton of defense, almost 56k. That's not as effective. But we want to boost, for example, on her like Toxic and Tech. Or if you own Lepic, you are all about Fire and Tech, Fire Singular if you do in the third skill, Fire and Singular, and Fire and Tech. So you want to figure out which one you want to go for. Now, if you own Bunny, she has Electric Fusion, Electric Singular, Electric Singular, or Electric Fusion. If you own Blair, Fire Dimension, Fire Dimension, Fire Singular, and Fire Dimension. Right? So if you're trying to do a lot of damage with like your third and fourth and do more stuff with your first, you go for Dimension. You just need to figure out, you know, Wallaby is non-attribute Fusion, non-attribute Dimension, and Fusion. So figure out which one you go for, and you can do so by looking at their skills. You can see it says Chill Tech, excuse me, Chill Fusion, and Chill Fusion. Now, once you figure out that stuff, you also want to figure out what weapon you main, because the ultimate ones are very specific for the weapon. For example, it says I need Python mounting. Means if I switch to my secondary, to my pistol or my shotgun, my boost will go from 160 skill power, it will go down to 100. So let me press Y just to switch guns, and now you can see I'm holding a pistol. And you can see my boost is now only 100, so basic one, I'm not getting 160%, because my Python is just in my back. You can see on the bottom, my skills only hit for 16k, while my second one is 15k. Now if I switch back, I have Python in hand, and that boost is now huge. I have 27k and everything, except for second it's 24. Once you figure that out, and you figure out the weapon that you go for Python is general rounds, or if you want to go for tactical rounds, or sorry, not tactical, impact rounds, or high power rounds, or special rounds, you know, which would be this one. You want that specific reactor. Once you figure that out, all you need to do is press map. On the bottom it says difficulty level rewards. You click the button, whichever it is for your console or for PC. For me it's right joystick. Once you press that, you want to go to all rewards, and you can see the reactor stuff changes every week. Last week I was able to go to Vespers and get Toxic, General, and Tech. Now for this week, the one that I want is not in Vespers, it is actually in Agna Desert. It is this one. But if you don't want to look this, because you might not know the symbols for Tech, Fusion, dimension singular, all you need to do is just back, and then you can look by different zones. So if you want toxic impact dimension, you go here. If you want fire impact fusion, you go over here. Right? But for me, it is the mining side, toxic general round stack. So if you're friendly like myself, this is where you go. Now, if you want non-attribute general rounds that's singular, go to Mirage one. Now you pick the site, right? To pick the area, and you track it, and it will show you the whole location. Right? If I go to Remnant, it will be different. If I go to Vermilion Base, it will be different reactors. Each zone within the territory is different reactors. So here, I'll probably just do excavation team directional. It's 4 minutes, not super hard. Just kill a bunch of mobs, and I'll have that toxic reactor drop rate consistently. I did a test where you've seen some of the reactors that I have is the ones that I were. Now, we're gonna come over here, and I'm gonna do just a one silver run, which will take a few minutes, right? And we'll see how many we get. As you can see, I have total 5 reactors besides the one that I'm wearing. We're gonna come here and we're gonna defend this thing. Yeah, different missions for different things, for different reactors. Now all you have to do is just complete the mission and you will get your reactors. But okay, I guess they don't want to come here. Oh, look at that, we already got 1 reactor. As you can see, there we go. I can't hit my shots. Okay, we already got 1 single toxic reactor. I do not like when they just stack upon each other with immunity. Look at that. We already have 3 toxic reactors. We're gonna get up to 5, and then we'll go and check them out. When I did this earlier just for the test, I did not get so unlucky with all the invulnerability.
Oh no, an uninvited guest. And it's after the radar.
But we already got plenty of the beautiful reactors. So all we're gonna do is just abort the mission for the sake, but you can continue it and do more. But as you can see, we got 1 purple and 4 gold ones. This one, if you want the more general ones, but it is not gonna be as good, even if you put on an assault rifle. Let's put on an assault rifle on our secondary. That way we can compare our Python. Oh, there we go. You can see our Python versus the assault rifle. You can see. And this one has skill critical hit damage and cooldown. And it is not as good just because that 20% skill power boost. Now let's look at all of them what we got. Last Dagger, Enduring Legacy, Divine Punishment, Final Masterpiece, Fallen Hope, which might not be too bad, as Dimension skill power boost and effective range. None of those 2 bottom ones are as good. This one is Divine Punishment, Aben Cavalry Gun, Python, but this one does not have the critical hit rate, which reduces our damage, but it also is not upgraded, so might not be as good normally, right? And this is our normal Fallen Hope one. So this is how you truly grind the reactors. You can see in less than a minute we got 5. So if you spend an hour or 2 in the zone just grinding it over and over, you'll get plenty of reactors that you can salvage if they're not good, or you might get a bunch of the good ones, or you might get lucky and get your godly reactor. I used to have a reactor that had on the bottom toxic and tech skill power boost. Unfortunately, it was the purple one, so even with that, it was not as good. I'm still hoping that I get a toxic reactor with Python and Fallen Hope that has those 2 on the bottom. But with that said, hopefully this video helped you out to find your maxed out god roll reactor easier, because sometimes you might not realize that you're farming in the wrong area. So that's why going to difficulty rewards and looking through either every zone or going through all rewards is most beneficial for you to find that reactor. But with that said, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, you know what to do. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget, stay awesome. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one. Bye bye.